Sophia up. Blanche got her new car.
Yeah, we're all gonna pile in and go cruising. You wanna go with us?
No, I think I'll just stay home tonight. I feel, like, just sitting.
Me too. I think I'll have a cup of tea.
Yeah, it's kind of late. I'm a little tired. So I don't know what to do. I mean, I tried to convince Myra that he's just a friend, but she wouldn't listen. For some reason, she won't accept a divorce. I really feel threatened.
Oh, please, that's no threat. Where I come from, when someone wanted to make a point, they tie a string around your finger. Well, come to think...
Rose, why do you look so depressed?
I'm tired of going out and not enjoying myself. All the men I meet act so old. Last week, I went out with this man that talked for 2 hours about his prostate problems. I lived in Minnesota for 51 years. Yes, I have. I'm a big dope. You must hate me.
Oh, honey, come on. Now, don't cry. Rose, I don't hate you. No, I'm really having fun. It's just that, it took me a little while to get into the spirit of things.
Seriously?
Oh. Well, when she puts it that way, it's so hard to resist. Finished. I have graded the last paper.
D-. You're going to give the...
Stay longer. Oh, Mama. I can't stay because we're telling each other everything, right?
Everything. No more secrets.
Oh, good. Mama, I'm getting impregnated on Monday.
No one's that brave except in the movies and on television. But at least this time I know what I'm facing. I've gone through all the steps before. I have considered the alternatives, dealt with the reality. The last time, I think I started crying the moment the doctor told me, and I didn't stop till they wheeled me off to surgery. And then later, I cried.
He also likes working, and most of all, he likes being in the company of pretty young girls.
Oh, wow. Since he puts it that way, how can we refuse? It's a deal.
Good. Here's a list of the pretty young girls he wants you to get for him.
Thank you, Stan.
Blanche, would you care for something? Doesn't look like you're fighting the battle of the bulge.
Oh, ow. No, thank you, Stan.
Well then, I'd like to make a toast. Your attention, please, everybody. To my son-in-law and my daughter. May she be as happy with her new life mate as I am with mine.
What's wrong with you? You made me feel crazy, like I had made it all up. You dismissed me. You made me feel like a child, a fool, a neurotic who was wasting your precious time. Is that your caring profession? Is that healing?
Come here.
Okay, Blanche, you landed on sports. Here's the question. What famous football player wore pantyhose, Doug?
His nose is dissolved, but it's definitely Fred Flintstone.
They're my vitamins.
Rose, I'm sorry I didn't trust you.
Oh, don't apologize.
But I misjudged you, Rose.
No, you didn't. Here are my pills. I took one last night.
But, Rose, you got...
Just look who's here. Well, we must have the music up too loud. I'll turn it down. There's your criminal. Prosecute her to the utmost of the law.
Hello. Blanche.
Oh, can you... The guy from the ad will be here any second. How do I look?
You forgot to zip up your dress.
I didn't forget. He's probably got arthritis. Why make it any harder? That's him.
Lunch because, she didn't want to gain weight. And then after lunch, she walked out of the restaurant and a gargoyle fell off the building, hit her on the head, and killed her.
Oh,
no. I mean, look at what her last meal was.
That is tragic. Hey, Jacques. Give me a hand and watch where you put it.
Knew about that a long time ago. Nolan told me. And he said you were the one that was lousy. Take that back. Won't. Will. Won't.
No,
Will.
come on, girls. Now, let's examine our priorities. We have no food, water, or shelter. Besides, I also slept with Nolan on that fateful trip. You?
Oh, a person cannot open a letter anymore without being accosted by some vile, disgusting thing. I thought it was against the law to send filth like this through the mail.
Oh, no. What is it, Blanche?
A letter from the IRS. Oh, myself.
We have created a poetry-writing citrus farmer who writes letters with a lavender felt pen. And Rose thinks he's the most fascinating creature on earth. Now, what do you think that says?
About Rose?
About the whole bunch of us.
Dorothy, I got a big problem.
The Metamucils. Thanks, Ma.
Okay, girls, I'm ready.
Well, Rose, do I look like the mayor of Palm Springs? Either way, I'm glad she's out of the house. Now sit back and listen. I got a jerk story. Okay. Picture it. Brooklyn, 1948. My friend's son was helping me out around the house. I was expecting Dorothy home from the library any minute.
I finished stacking those crates for you, Mrs. Petrilla.
Trees.
Okay, Dorothy. If that's your real name. How is that coffee? Terrific. Actor.
Wants to know if you'd mind if this little boy goes ahead of you.
Oh, no problem.
Oh, no. You need to see a doctor just as much as me. I'll wait my turn.
No, kid. It's your turn. I don't need to see a doctor. You were right, Dorothy. I was faking.
Sophia, I'm shocked.
And could you talk about reading for both Rose and Blanche in the initial pilot? Didn't you think
Well,
about...
I had come off of the Mary Tyler Moore show playing the neighborhood nymphomaniac, Joanne Nivens.
To a baboon for 38 years.
Look, Ma, if I'm going to get this job as vice principal, I'm going to get it honestly.
Oh, girls, I have a date with the most cultured, urbane, sophisticated man in the whole world.
You know George Goober Lindsay?
Even
A narrow-minded ostrich who only believes what she can see and feel and touch. Oh, Rose. Simple Rose. Rose, you are so wise. Nobody believes me. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm really crazy.
Oh, Dorothy, you are not crazy. I mean, you are absolutely not crazy. I've seen the way you walk. I've seen how wiped out you get. You're not crazy, honey. You're
horrible.
Now look at this. It says a tan bamboo purse was found at the scene. Do you know what that means?
The man was murdered on his way to a Peter Allen concert.
No, it makes me think about Ma and that ridiculous vendetta. I mean, if I didn't know Ma, I might actually consider you.
Excuse me, sir, are you talking to yourself?
Of course not. Fram Walk is talking to me. He's my Martian friend who landed his spacecraft in my yard.
See you at Wolfie's. This is who I am, Dorothy. Learn to live with it or medicate me.
I still can't believe that Rose caused all this trouble.
Unbelievable.
This whole fantasy about Bob Hope is sick.
Sick.
I mean, if she's gonna have fantasies, they ought to be the normal, healthy kind, like
sweat. They fired that gray-haired baker who refused to wear a net.
Well, let's slice this baby up and see if we can solve our Sophia problem. Here, darling.
Oh, do you know how many problems we have solved over a cheesecake at this kitchen table?
No, Dorothy, exactly how many?
147. All, which is being chaired this year by 35-year-old Blanche Devereaux. How much did that cost you?
I don't have to pay for my compliments.
You went to bed with him.
Supply the sandwiches, you demand the money.
Okay.
Lesson number 3, quit being an idiot.
Oh, I thought you were Blanche.
Once I thought I was Bess Trumer, but then they switched me to 20 milligrams a day.
I had a cousin who thought he was Jiminy Cricket. Of course, that was at the height of the Pinocchio craze.
You wouldn't be surprised if you saw him, 22 years old, and all he did the whole time I was there was drink beer and shoot cans with a BB gun.
Sophia!
Oh, Ma, this is Rose's friend, the doc.
Proud just to be running for city councilman. So good night, and remember my slogan, Gil Kessler for city councilman.
You call that a slogan?
Excuse me, sir.
Easy on the arm, Dorothy. You break it, you pay for it. It shouted back at that butchergaloop.
Oh, I couldn't do that. I get so flustered in those situations.
Hey, a well-chosen gesture can be very effective. I mean something like this.
Yeah. Which number 3?
Witch? He cast me as a witch? Well, who got Lady Macbeth? Don't tell me. Probably one of those little theater groupies with a mattress strapped to it. You have to be here with me. I'm fine by myself.
I'm here because you're having lunch at Wolfie's after. Did you see him? Total fruitcake. We're talking serial murderer.
Well, if somebody tries to murder a serial, he should see a psychiatrist.
I know what you're trying to do, and it's not working.
What?
You made up something to do because you're afraid you'll be intruding on Raymond and me. You don't have to worry about that. Honey, you are more important. And that's why I'm spending the entire weekend here with you.
Geez, you're a yutz.
Only could she twirl that baton like a propeller, but she knew every chair in the county. And she could twist her body into the shape of the letter R. Well, finally Charmaine decided it was her turn to be in the spotlight. So she challenged me to compete against... I used to have a waist just like Scarlett O'Hara. Well, you know that girl had an 18-inch waistline.
Blanche, that girl and her waistline were fiction.
It's terrible. Just terrible. I am so upset.
Rose, honey, sit down. Sweetheart, tell us all about it. Ma, would you get Rose some?
Of course, I lost my mama's jewels because of somebody else's energy.
I got no energy. I'm going to sleep.
Blanche, come on, don't be absurd. Look, we were robbed, and now it's over. It has nothing to do with energy. It has nothing to do with being single. It has to do with a lousy lock on a sliding door and...
Falling in love. I haven't felt this way since your father. But Tony looks at me as a friend, as a companion.
Honey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but I'm picturing him naked and I'm not laughing.
If you want my advice, I think you should sleep with him.
Done.
That is not...
Just a little depressed.
Really? You know, I'm depressed, too. What are you depressed about?
Alvin and I had a fight. I'm making a scarf for a friend I don't have anymore.
I know exactly how you feel. I made these for Fernando.
I thought you broke up with that.
Yesterday, it was the 12th annual. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise.
Dorothy,
sunset.
now cut it out. What are we going to do?
We'll figure out some arrangements. We always make do. Besides, everything will work out fine as long as I do not have to sleep with Rose.
Me? Why don't you want to sleep with me?
Good morning.
Good morning, Dorothy. How was your date? Did you have a good time?
Oh, Blanche, I can't thank you enough. I had a fantastic time.
Well, now, didn't I tell you? Go on now, don't. This eerie feeling that George has actually walked right back into my life. Oh, Rose, Dorothy, I'm falling in love.
Novelty night.
What's more, my female instincts tell me that Jamie feels the same way about me. Oh, it wouldn't surprise me if...
He's gone.
What?
Pepe's gone. I went to take him milk and cookies and his room is empty.
Can't be gone. We have to find him.
Sophia, where are you going?
Out the window before I'm thrown out. On my own, at least I can tuck and roll.
For Ma's sake. Now, let's see. You're going with Howard.
Dr. Howard.
How about Doug?
Oh, Dorothy, not Doug. I couldn't possibly. He's on my A-list. I mean, come on, Dorothy. He's a judge. He's fun to be with, and I haven't paid a speeding ticket in 6 months.
Can't you find a better place to clip your toenails?
Don't call me Ma. Call me Sophia like my other friends.
Look, Ma, I am very upset, so please stop teasing me.
Dorothy, I've never told this to anyone before. The day I left the hospital with you, I had a gnawing feeling in the pit of my stomach.
This is little Rose right here.
I will inform the press we're about to begin.
This is so embarrassing.
Don't you worry about it. Now, look, we'll just let Linda read your letter. Nobody will be the wiser. Come on, Linda.
Is it all right, Mrs. Nyland?
Gee, I don't know. I guess so.
Good. I was afraid I wouldn't get my moonbeam badge because he said a sunshine.
Having a nice time, Dorothy?
Wonderful.
Me too. This reminds me of when we were kids and you and Stan double dated with me and Lois Byrne.
Oh, yeah, we went to Roseland and you and I did the jitterbug.
And afterwards to Louis for a malt?
Yeah.
Dorothy, don't worry. We'll have you out of jail in no time. I'll get the best attorney Social Security can buy. God, Dorothy, did you see all the reporters out there?
I know. This is becoming a...
I can't believe that stupid airline lost our luggage. What are we going to do?
Ask Blanche. She's the expert when it comes to checking into hotels without luggage.
I can't believe somebody stole my bags.
Oh, honey, don't worry about it. With all the money we're going to win, you'll be able to replace those bags and...
But as you grow older, your body changes.
Falls apart.
Oh, it does not fall apart.
For 50 years, I had the body of Cheetah Rivera. One morning, I woke up, my butt looked like the neck of a bulldog.
Well, I remember the first time I felt I was getting older. I was visiting...
Everybody's your friend.
Oh, Sophia, I don't think it's a good idea to drink in the park.
Hey, I do it once a month with the girls from the Cloud Society.
The Cloud Society?
Yeah, we stake out a bench, knock a few sherries back, and discuss what we think the clouds look like.
Watch me work my magic babe.
Good afternoon. My name is Wendell Murray. I'll be conducting your audit today.
Nice to meet you. I'm Dorothy Zbornak. This is my ex-husband, Stanley.
Wendell. Paisan.
We used to be. We're not anymore.
What's wrong?
Oh, my, that provincial Midwestern sense of humor that everybody hates. Yes.
Hello, I'm Detective Paris, Dade County PD. Does Sophia Petrillo reside here?
This is my mother. Is there a problem?
I'd just like to ask a few questions.
Think you two could stop hitting my little girl with a newspaper?
We'll
try. Look, you'll have to excuse us. Rose, maybe you can help. We're searching the whole hospital. We can't find my mother.
Maybe she's lost.
Charity.
Sold for $4.
Well, it's degrading if you don't hit double figures.
I really appreciate your bidding on Dorothy. It's for a good cause. You'll be rewarded. Not in this lifetime.
Well, if that had been a date, he would have warned you first.
I thought you were going out with Stan tonight.
I am. See you later. Oh, Blanche, favor.
Oh, Dorothy, come on. This has been going on for months now. I have a date with Stan. Can I borrow your bike?
He can't pick me up.
You rude person.
Go easy on him, Rose.
Ladies, as long as we're stuck with each other, let me give you a piece of friendly advice. Buzz off.
Beat it. Yeah, scram.
Rose, honey, is that why you're training? For your parents?
They always wanted me to be a champion ice skater. They were so proud watching me practice. I know their dream was for me to win a gold medal, but I hate ice skating.
Rose, listen, you don't have to do anything to please your parents.
She's right. I'd like to...
You're in my prayers. You take good care of him, Mama, you hear me? I love you. I love you both. I'm nobody's little girl anymore.
Made with milk, sugar, honey, a whole lot of love, and just a drop of sunshine.
Honey, why don't you leave the poor man alone?
I know if he got to know me, he'd like me.
Why? I got to know you. I don't like you.
You just say that.
Repeatedly.
Rose, you've become a...
Sorry, Doctor. I thought my mother was open enough to understand. Thank you for your time.
Ladies,
Just out of curiosity, you don't have any Tony Bennett socked away, do you?
Rose, what does the letter say?
You read it, Dorothy. I need both hands to cover my ears in case it's bad news.
Dear St. Olafian, I'm afraid there's bad news.
What?
There's a drought in St. Olaf which threatens the crops.
Oh, no. Dorothy, do you want to do the honors?
Maybe later, in private.
No, I mean fasten the floor flange. That's all we have left to do.
Oh, no, honey, you go ahead. Later, I'll break a bottle of champagne over the flush valve.
Oh, girls, it is beautiful. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Blanche. Hey, are you going out?
Yes, just knew you would agree that combining our money to buy one big thing was the best idea. I just hope you like it in light blue.
Like what in light blue?
We'll be right out, Sophia.
Blanche, that's a Mercedes.
I know it. Don't you just love it? It's ours.
Lawn flamingo.
In that case, we better tip the paper boy. What's with the photo album?
Oh, I'm doing a family history, and I'm going to need your help. You know, I think it's important to tell the grandchildren about their ancestors. Give them a sense of pride in those who came before them.
Even Uncle Nunzio?
Even...
Say what?
You have no coordination. Obviously, the stories about all your romantic escapades have been greatly exaggerated.
Just what is that supposed to mean?
Blanche, if you can't do a simple dance, how do you expect me to believe that story about you and the flying finale?
Mind it that it is none of my business. Besides, she's only known him a short time. I'm sure she'll come to her senses before very long.
Oh, Ma, you don't have to help with the dishes.
I had to come in here. I couldn't listen to that anymore.
You mean Jeremy's rude remarks?
I mean Rebecca talking about marrying that jerk.
Stuff, a captain of the cheerleading squad. When the day came, we had to perform in front of the entire school. And Charmaine was fantastic. She twirled those batons so fast she looked like a DC-3 coming in for a landing. Then it was my turn. So I did some cartwheels and only fell once. I did a handstand.
A hand puppet, Rose.
Honey, I am so sorry.
I knew you shouldn't have gone to Columbia University. It's in New York City, for heaven's sake. A subway runs right through it. You want to go to college where there are green lawns and willow trees and young men.
He says my heart is a time bomb. But don't be concerned. Except for the fact that I've only made love in one position, I've led a very full life. Let's go.
Well, wait a minute. Isn't there something we can do?
He says any little shock or surprise and it's kaboom.
I won't be able to rest in peace unless I know that he has someone else. That's where you come in, Sophia. I want you to take my place.
Hey, I don't think my mother was planning on using the suntan lotion on the chicken. What do you mean you've made that mistake before?
President Bush is coming to dedicate the new senior citizen center down the street. The motorcade goes right by here.
So?
So, all the neighbors on the block will be out on their lawns. It'll be 100 degrees out. All right, I'll give you a point without a story, but just this once. If you really miss her, go tell her. Maybe she misses you too.
I don't know, Blanche. What do you think?
I really miss her.
Oh, so do I. Let's go tell
But wait a
her.
minute, Doc.
And calls for a toast. To Miles and Rose and poor, lonely Blanche.
I am so excited. I'm going to have an old-fashioned St. Olaf wedding. Dorothy, you're my best friend. Will you be my maid of honor?
You can't stay.
Why, you're embarrassed by your own mother?
When she's dressed like Vasco da Gama, yes.
Excuse me, am I in the right place?
Oh, wow, are you ever?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Patrick Vaughan.
I'm going to buy you anything, and I'm going to tell your folks what you're doing, and then I'm going to call the school for bad girls, and they will come and pick you up and put you in a sack and take you away. And you will never eat ice cream or play jump rope again. Oh, my God, I don't believe this. I'm going to call the cops if you don't get out of here right away, you pervert.
Hi, Father Rossi. Here's the canned goods for the needy.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm terrible.
You think I'm crazy.
No, I don't. But I do think you need help. I mean, you don't eat, you don't sleep, you're afraid all the time.
You got nothing to fear but fear itself. And, of course, the boogeyman.
Mail is forwarded.
Thanks, I'd appreciate that.
Oh, Rose.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Could spend all his days happy whittling away because his family was there for him. I will never forget that look on his face. He was happier than a Kentucky yearling, a frolicking in bluegrass as high as a hoot owl's perch on the top of a spring
In
blossom.
English, Jethro, in English.
He was happy.
Dorothy?
Have we met?
Not yet. I'm here because of your ad in the paper. Willing to do anything, $8 an hour, no job too big or small.
Yes, yes, of course. Please come in. I'm sorry, I didn't expect people to actually come here. I just figured.
Oh, Dorothy.
Oh, you're beautiful.
Oh, pussycat, look at you. But to tell you the truth...
Yeah, ladies, I'm afraid afraid I'm running a little late. May I just ask you a few questions?
Well, of course. Go right ahead.
What do you call an inhabitant of Guam?
I don't know. Guamanian, I guess. What does this have to do with renting the room?
I can see how close the two of you are and how close you are to Rosa Blanche.
Well, we've all learned a lot from each other. Hey, Ma taught me life does not end because you've reached a certain age, and I've become much more comfortable with my sexuality because of Blanche. And Rose has taught me...
Coming. Why, Blanche, hello. Come in, come in. Oh, you have brought your friends to see.
We're good for each other.
What about all those other great things you two did? Camping, tennis, boating?
All the time. Well, maybe only once. See, Charlie had this unnatural fear.
Of what?
Camping, tennis, boating.
Rose, don't you see? You're remembering the way it never...
I love you all dearly, but I have to go where I'm needed, and Phil needs me.
I thought you said Phil and his wife were getting along better.
Ah, they were never right for each other. She never appreciated him, never encouraged him. With the right woman behind him, he could have had a real diamond in his front tooth.
Well, Mrs. Claxton isn't going to have a funeral. She had no friends and no relatives.
Then we'll pop for her funeral.
Why?
To show the man upstairs that we have some regard for human life.
No. It's an old Sicilian custom. It's good luck to bury somebody you hate. 2 pounds, 3 ounces.
Oh, they're so big.
Come on, Ma. Nobody weighs 32 pounds when they're born.
That's what the guy from the circus said.
Hello.
Hi, darling.
You know, I've been thinking, maybe having a baby at a birthing center isn't so important. I mean, the people at Lamaze got
His concert last night.
What?
Oh, I don't believe it. This is it. This has to be it. Come on, let's get going.
Dorothy, we can't go to a charity event like this.
Rose, the auction started 20 minutes ago.
I'm right behind you.
Hey, those gifts I was talking about, they were more tokens of affection than actual bucks. Of course, that's why I'm upset.
I know just how you feel. It's hard losing your best buddy.
You're telling me.
Good morning, Sophia. Rose, honey, you don't have time to eat. As my campaign manager, it is your duty to spend every waking hour ensuring my victory, so that once in office, I can implement the changes needed to move.
So, that's a typical date with Blanche. I mean, after you cut out all the dirty parts.
You know what the joke going around the teacher's lounge was today, Ma?
Don't worry about it. You won't be needing it. Dorothy, get dressed. You're fine.
I beg your pardon?
We've run every test known to man. They're all normal. You can get dressed, go home, enjoy your life.
But, Dr. Stevens, I was always healthy, and then I came down with this flu. I can't get rid of it. I've been sick for 5 months now.
Nightmares and great sex.
Really? I wouldn't know.
Oh, Dorothy, come on.
Shouldn't we get going, girls?
When you're making love, you don't make noise?
No.
How can you not?
Well, I guess I always felt it wasn't very ladylike.
We should go, girls.
Hold your bladder, Rose.
Well, that's great. Now I won't be able to refill the prescription till tomorrow.
Tomorrow's a holiday. Pharmacy's closed.
Maybe I have another bottle in my room.
I can't understand how you could forget to tell Rose about that accident.
Forgive me, my memory's not as good as it used to be. Nothing on me is as good as it used to be.
Mercy, nurse thing. I never thought I'd see you again.
Well, Sophia, I'm going to have to keep my word. As soon as you can walk, I'll have to leave.
Yeah, I know, as soon as I can walk. But I don't think that's gonna be for a long...
This. Now you sleep well, and I'll see you in the morning. I love you.
Oh, thank God. I thought you'd never shut up.
Got one funny line? And how about that sequel? Dorothy, what the hell were we just talking about?
Look, Ma, Stan and I have a long history together, and it's nice that we're finally able to talk to each other as friends.
Friends are one thing, Dorothy, but he's your ex-husband and you're giving him the wrong guy. Excuse me, Crystal Carrington.
Blanche is going to be surprised. It's lucky I accidentally found out today's her birthday. Blanche, what's wrong?
Nothing. I just want to go soak in a hot bath and forget all about today.
Oh, okay.
No.
Of my life. But my Dorothy might be right. Maybe it's not possible to fall in love so quickly. Maybe it's not possible at all at our age. But it sure felt like it the other night when we were walking along the beach and you took me in your arms and you said, Sophia, look up at that beautiful moon. I wish...
No, that's the difference between men and women, I guess. We can do it no matter what. Rose, I adored Molly, my wife. We were married 34 years. Never slept with another woman.
You could.
Believe her, Blanche, she couldn't.
I know just how you feel. I couldn't even think of another man for years after my husband died.
And that's exactly why you have bad muscle tone. Let me know if you change your mind.
I haven't eaten.
Hello, Madge.
That's Blanche.
Oh, didn't I say that? This is my date, Norman. He's a student in my creative writing course.
I didn't know you taught high school.
Norman and I are the same age, spiritually.
Hey, listen, if you can get him to buy... Really? Then all those feelings I've been having lately must be colitis. Sorry I interrupted. Good night.
Well, henny penny, I do declare, honey, where are you rushing off to?
The sky is falling. I'm off to warn the king.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. I don't need something to hit me in the head in order to get the message. Actually, in this case, it did hit me in the head.
Oh, dear. A piece of...
Either. That's why I came back.
I thought you understood. I can't break up my marriage. Not now. Not at this stage of my life. If things didn't work out between you and me, I'd be alone. That kind of risk is fine when you're 40. But I couldn't do it today. I'm too old for that, Dorothy.
And the risk shouldn't...
Is there something wrong?
No. Whatever gave you that idea?
As long as there's nothing bothering you. Would you like us to defrost a loin of pork so you could scoop up the sauce?
You couldn't possibly have gone through everything.
Well, Kirsten, times have changed. Money just doesn't go as far as it used to.
We just came to help.
No, actually, you were gone so long we were afraid you two were making another log.
In 15 years, you managed to piddle...
So sad.
Well, I'm all set. What's with Satan's secretary?
Sophia, I believe Phil would have liked this dress.
Liked it. He would have looked great in it. Dorothy, I never understood why your brother liked to wear women's clothes, unless he was queer.
Sophia, people don't say cleavage or a lot of leg.
That depends on what you're going for, a chuckle or a guffaw.
Blanche, I think a conservative ensemble is in Sophia's best interest.
Oh, there'll be music?
Now, where you going? Match your shoes. Oh, Harry, thanks so much for coming.
How are you, Frank? Frank, talk to me. What's going on here?
Well, he isn't feeling very well, so we thought we'd have you over for a drink. You are not going to believe what happened. Those Nielsen twins are back together. What? Lars Lindquist, the man they were fighting over, he's dead. Found slumped over a desk at his Volvo dealership. When the girls found out about it, they decided to forgive each other. Now they're back together in the tournament. My looks.
No, I'd say that you were one of the prettiest friends.
One of?
The Blanche. The prettiest. What would you say about me?
Dorothy, come on.
I told you. You can tell me.
All right. Well,
Is sushi, raw fish, very good.
Whoops, that flew right out of my hand. That was delicious. Art can be appreciated by humanity. Dorothy, you're here as a substitute teacher to educate our youth. And Rose, you're here because the rhythm method was very popular in the 20s. Okay? I'm going to the movies. Goodbye. I was sit and feel sorry for myself, which is what I did all the time.
but you got better.
Yeah, because she stopped coddling me. She screamed, she hollered day and night. She made me do my therapy. She forced me to rebuild my life because she knew I could. And for that, I'll always be grateful.
Oh, thanks, Ma.
I only have one question.
The body cures itself. We doctors just help it along.
Actually, I'm starting to feel a little hot. What do you suppose could be causing that?
Have you checked your thermostat?
Why don't you check it for me?
Okay, where is it?
You spent 9 years in med school. Find it yourself.
For the underoos. And Spider-Man scared the hell out of my doctor.
I'm not writing to Phil. I'm just jotting down some things that I want to say to the president.
Oh, Dorothy, you're not going to make a scene, are you?
Oh, hey, come on, give me a little credit. I mean, it's not like I'm some kind of hothead.
Please, I put
Precious?
He mauled me, Rose.
Buster did that, but he seemed so sweet.
Well, he may be, Rose, but he just doesn't like me. Yeah. Sometimes in life that happens. For instance, I don't like you.
But everybody likes me.
Can't say that anymore, Rose.
Do you really?
Hey, it beats learning about it in the streets.
Oh, Sophia, no bingo tonight?
I'm staying home trying to recapture my lost youth. I see you haven't got it. You know, today I saw something that shook up everything I ever believed in. Stan's Borna.
I mean, it's almost too much for the four of us.
This just makes me so mad. I mean, people like this really need help. Then there are places like Sunny Pastures.
Well, there weren't any sunny pastures in the South, at least not when I was growing up. I remember this one old man, his name was Ben. All he did all day long was my looks.
No, I'd say that you were one of the prettiest friends.
One of?
The Blanche. The prettiest. What would you say about me?
Dorothy, come on.
I told you. You can tell me.
All right. Well, back. You see, what happened was...
Oh, you don't have to explain. My mother already told me all about you.
Honey, why didn't you tell us you were coming?
Yeah, I could have cooked all your favorite meals.
Well, my job at the jazz club ended early, so I decided to come visit for a few days.
Oh, I'm so glad you did.
You play jazz?
A child prodigy, the only one...
Come on now, Blanche. Are you telling me that you'd feel the same way about him if he didn't have a dime to his name?
Absolutely. I'd just have to see other men behind his back. Oh, come on. Oh, I hope he's going to be all right. Oh, Dorothy, that was so sweet of you. Telling him he could come live with us.
I meant it.
It's going to be awfully quiet around here without him.
I'll say, no more listening to Dorothy snore.
Ma, I do not see.
I just can't believe we're on our way to St. Olaf. Oh, I'm so excited. You girls are going to love it. But I guess
You have to dress up to please him. Now, maybe I can help you come up with a costume. What's he like?
Well, he's serious and conservative and concerned about the world around him.
I know, a nursey. He'd like a nursey.
Good afternoon. As far as anybody else here is concerned, Jasper DeKimmel is in perfect health.
Right. I'm surprised Jasper's not here tonight. He never misses one of these auctions.
Well, it's not because he's dying.
Hi, Daddy.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Good. Look, Mary, I've been talking to Dorothy, and she really made sense. It doesn't matter who's right or wrong. Why don't you just come home, and we'll work it out.
Sounds good.
They weren't druid priests at all. Just a bunch of Shriners looking for a good time. All creatures must learn to coexist. Back where I come from, they do. That's why the brown bear and the field mouse can...
Old as you are and still be in the business. Well, good luck.
I've never felt so good and so cheap in my whole life.
You were fat.
Every little girl goes through that ugly stage.
Yeah, ugly, yes, but this is ugly and fat.
All right. You seem to be getting a little bit...
You were all in the kitchen. Why did you keep asking me if I'd lost this wallet with $50 in it?
My mom, the eternal Girl Scout.
You were very quiet on the way over.
You gave me a lot to think about.
Oh, come on, you had to see it coming.
I just didn't expect...
He's the master of the wheelchair. Just look at the way he takes those corners.
Oh, come on, the guy's got radials.
Excuse me, we were watching something else.
Well, Sophia wants to watch Ironside, and I believe a happy patient is a healthy patient. He's a fine detective, isn't he, Sophia?
Want to go for what's behind the window?
Will you take window 1, window 2, or window 3?
Window 3, guy.
All right, Dorothy, but first, let's see what you didn't pick. Behind window 1, brand new living...
Me as her partner, and then the two of you sign up together.
I did it. Dorothy's a better bowler than you are, and I want to win this year.
Rose, how could you do a thing like this?
I admit it. I have a problem. I'm too competitive when it comes to athletics. Tan and rub on it?
Who are we, Wally and the Beaver? What is it you want to tell me, Rose?
I'm not absolutely sure I'm the most qualified Tinkerbell to win the election.
Of course you are. Why, you're the best damn Tinkerbell.
One woman who even had her jaw wired shut.
Oh, is that something that you'll be testing, Rose?
Here you all are.
How'd your physical go?
Oh, just fine. The doctor could not believe it when I told him my age.
Why? What age did you tell him?
The three of us have been called in to read for network. And we wowed them. Oh, what a happy day. What a happy day that was.
Oh, wasn't it? The fun of it was...
Full game on the hottest day of the year.
I know it. I'm all hot and sweaty. I'm short of breath, and I'm physically exhausted. You'd think I had a good time.
You didn't have fun?
Only thing I really enjoyed was stealing second base.
When have you not enjoyed sliding under a man in uniform?
Sophia, how did you do?
Great. Easily a personal best.
Oh, tell us what happened.
It was electric. The starter fired his pistol into the air, and like a shot, I left half my competition in the dust.
You were that fast?
No, it was the over 80 category. Most of them dropped from fright. You know Sam down the block, the one who thinks he's hiding his stomach by wearing Hawaiian shirts?
Yeah, Sam is fine.
His brother went for a checkup 7 years ago. The doctor said he was great. 3 days after the exam, he was dead.
Ma, he owed money to a guy named Face and got thrown off a pier.
Activities. And I better call Simon and cancel our date for tonight. You know, I'm really starting to care about him, and I wouldn't want him worrying about my recording his performance. You know how fragile men's egos are. One little thing like screaming out the wrong name and they go all to pieces.
What's a nice boy like you doing with ulcers anyway? You got a job that pays and a girl who'll do anything for you. Anything. You will, won't you, Dorothy?
I'll take that as a have a good time.
Don't worry, Mrs. Petrillo. I'll have your little girl home at a reasonable hour.
Don't bother. You kids have fun. I won't wait up. Have her back by Tuesday.
Did you see the way those people on the elevator looked at us when you pushed 5? I'm so embarrassed.
Mama, they didn't look at us at all.
And Blanche, this is... Oh, but you don't have to tell me. From the Gulf Coast to the Atlantic, from the Keys to the Okefenokee, with the 11 o'clock news, this is Jerry Kennedy.
Well, I'm flattered.
From the pit of my stomach to the porcelain of the bowl.
Sick. I think so, too. I really do. But nobody believes me.
Doctors don't know everything, Dorothy.
You're right.
I mean, they think they do, but they don't.
You're right.
I mean, after all, Dr. Seuss was a doctor, too.
Good old Mel, the only person I can always count on. Dear Blanche, when I heard of your death, it made me realize you don't know what you have till you've lost it. So I'm back with my ex-wife, Love Mel. Now that...
Oh, Blanche, hi. Did everything work out with John?
Oh, yes, we're getting together next week. I thought you two would be in bed.
We just got out. Oh, feels like we spent the whole day in bed.
You say that like it's a bad thing. I want to do it.
Ladies, I'm afraid I don't have the time now. I'm doing another project in town. I have to meet with the director to discuss the nuances of the character I'll be portraying.
Oh, I think I read about that. Aren't you playing a tangerine in a television commercial?
Yes.
Oh, how excited.
Did you hear that, Dorothy? Surprise parties make Blanche want to throw up.
Honey, why don't you go and take that bath and we'll just forget the fact that, that today is really your birthday.
Well, I don't see how anybody can hate birthdays.
Blanche, look at this picture. A man's body was washed ashore on the beach last night.
Oh, how hot.
Rose, hurry, please!
These were the only spare towels I could find.
Put them around the bucket in case the leak spreads.
Wait a minute, Rose. Is that my Cabana Club beach towel you have there?
Is it this one with the naked man and woman being swept up?
Hey, shh.
Bless you.
Stop blessing her. She got what she deserved for running around in the rain for some...
And she took them. I mean, deceit, then theft. Isn't murder the next logical step?
St. Olaf, right?
Face it, Dorothy, Blanche was discovered in a locked room. Only she and the victim had keys. I mean, give me another explanation.
The trouble is...
Goes on. In my village in Sicily, we had a custom. If your mother-in-law died, you were forced to wear a hair shirt, eat dirt, and pound your head on a rock. Anything to keep you from laughing.
Bambi. Marry me, Eddie.
Ladies, please. This always happens. I'm cursed. Ever since I was a little kid, I've been absolutely irresistible to women. I know I'm a little plain to look at.
Oh, no, you're not plain at all.
In me.
You from Minnesota?
Yes.
No kidding, so am I.
Well, what a coincidence. Isn't that amazing? But St. Olaf.
Ben Whedon, pleased to meet you.
Oh, no, my name is Rose Nyland. I come from St. Olaf.
Little Pakistani restaurant.
Indian.
Indian. Cocktails consisted of warm beer in 2 different shaped glasses. He did the ordering for you, would not let you see the menu, and when he paid the bill, he got change back from a 10.
A 5. Dorothy, that's amazing. Try me now. I'll think about what I have.
And a box of Milano cookies to take home to your wife. A fact, use it as you wish.
Anyway, it was love at first sight. And nobody in town could believe that this man, who had lived for 52 years with his mother, would fall head over heels in love with the town squeak.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can. What are you all looking at?
You? What are you so happy about?
If I know my Dorothy, there's only one thing that makes her this happy.
You're going back to Shady Pines? Girls, you wouldn't believe the progress Mrs. Hubbard is making.
Oh, is she feeling better?
Oh, it's like a miracle. She's laughing and talking, and all because of Jake. Oh, girls, I cannot thank you enough. That dog is the best thing that ever happened to me. Here comes our hero now.
Back to
Yes,
me.
and then what happens?
Well, then it goes right here into my inbox.
This is outrageous. Lillian's problems cannot wait that long. She is old, she is sick, and she needs better care right now.
I agree.
What?
Look, ladies, Sunny Pastures doesn't.
Well, I admired more than anyone else in the world. My mother and my favorite aunt. And now the 2 of you are at each other's throats, and it's breaking my heart. I mean, so my mother kissed your husband at some stupid Christmas party. What does it matter now? You realize that this may be the last time you...
That's throwing it in your honor.
What?
I told you it was a secret.
Your secret, not mine.
Is this true?
Yes, it is.
And now that you feel like the dirt you wanted my daughter to eat, I think I'll go into the kitchen and have a nice hard candy.
That's terrible, Blanche. If I were you, I'd take my dishonesty elsewhere.
They made me pay $300 for a dress I didn't even want.
Blanche, it's only fair. You tried something crooked and you got caught.
But that's a separate story.
I wouldn't mind hearing it.
Oh, Rose, shut up. Now, everybody stay where you are and go to sleep. I have to go to work early in the morning.
Oh, darn, I forgot something.
Go in your...
Hi.
Oh, hi, Ma. Where you been?
I took Augie to that cafeteria in the mall.
Boy, you and Augie have been seeing a lot of each other these past few days.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun. Augie's a terrific guy and a gentleman. Every time I leave the table, fat man.
Well, good night, Blanche.
Well, what's your hurry? Why don't you come in for a nightcap?
Oh, I don't want to put you out.
Oh, I like to put out.
Why didn't you tell me it was Father Leahy?
Well, I assumed you knew.
No, I didn't. I mean, frankly, I'm a little embarrassed.
Yeah, well, me too. Well, what difference does it make? We could bluff.
That was no bluff. I meant every word of it. I would love to have a chance to raise David. I might make up for the mess I made with Jack. I still wish you'd let us drive you to the airport.
Oh, my cab's already here.
Thanks for the flowers.
It was the least I could do.
I thought so, too.
Oh, Stephen, I'm sorry. There's no excuse for my not being here, but the important thing is I'm back.
Blanche.
Wait, honey, let me finish. I know how much we care for each other. I know how good we are for each other, and let's...
In all the bedrooms.
Ma, what the hell are you doing?
Selling the house. And that's a working fireplace. And with these cathedral ceilings, you could stack 50 VCRs if you wanted to. So you think it over, and if you're interested, give us a call.
I make offer now. If you like, you call.
You're more fulfilled.
Well, I'll tell you what would make her feel more fulfilled.
Blanche. A hobby. Oh, I thought you meant, you know, a man.
You got a better hobby?
No, I don't think a hobby is the answer for Ma.
Well, what do you think is?
Ugh, I wish I knew. During World War II.
Did I do better than him?
No.
I'm a failure.
Rose, you are not. Now, come on. You are doing very well in every subject except history.
Well, I'm not surprised. It's all because of my high school history teacher, Mr. Stickelmeyer. He was a nasty...
Doesn't like her.
Thank you, Rose. Incidentally, you look fat.
Well, I say the time for subtlety has passed. If you want this man, go after him.
And I hope I'm good at it. I don't have that much experience with women.
A big, strong, handsome thing like you, get out of here.
Well, it was nice meeting all of you.
That was an expression, Sven!
You know, I never thought I'd say...
Still line up for you.
Really?
Your dance card is going to be full for the rest of your life, and you know it.
I don't know whether you meant that or not, Dorothy, but...
What's happening? They are resorting to cheap tricks because they know we're better than they are. Now, honey, all we have to do to win is just stay cool, calm, and collected.
Right. Oh, did you find a ball that's comfortable, Ma?
What did you call her?
Ma.
Didn't want me to go out with him tonight because you knew he'd bring it up.
I can explain. Just don't lock me away in another ill-equipped nursing home.
I promise nothing.
It's true. I did send him away that night because he was dressed like a hood. And then he started to mouth off to me. So I told him to leave and not to come back until he was wearing a decent jacket and a tie.
Yeah, but why did